vagina. Oh, vagina. Eh, vagina. Vagina. Oh, I am queen of vagina. Queen of vagina. Penis. Promiscuous. I am queen of vagina. Queen of vagina. Penis.
Well, oh shit. Bang, South Korea's gone. North Korea. Does it matter? Penis. Oh, it's been a long weekend, and you know what? I promised myself I wouldn't do this. I promised myself I wouldn't do a lot of things, but I wrecked myself on Friday. You know what? It's been a tragedy of inversions. Friday, I worked myself silly all week. I promised myself I wouldn't work myself silly. That's the first thing. Well, I promised myself I weren't going to get out of the womb. That's where it all started. Oh, I was quite happy in there. Absolutely wonderful 9 months. It's on TripAdvisor. Check it out. Mother of Dangerfield, womb, sleeps 1, food great service, everything. And then I left that anyway. Few more bad decisions brings us up to Friday. I'm not going out. No, brings us up to last Monday. Calm down on the work. You got your day job, you got your videos, you got your novel. You're doing too much, spreading yourself too thin. Just calm yourself down a little bit. Schedule. And then what did I do? Work myself too hard. Why did I work myself too hard? Because I'm trying to escape. I'm trying to emigrate. I'm trying to live in Thailand. My plan is in 2 years. Oh, but not if I'm dead. Well, not if I'm dead. Anyway. Oh, this isn't my usual tipple. Everyone knows, usually, it's this colour tipple, isn't it? Usually it's chamomile tea. I was drinking about 10 mugs a day until I realised my teeth had gone green. Not even joking, looked in the mirror. And was like, you can't see it so much here, but believe me, add a little bit of paranoia and self-loathing. Close up in the mirror, they're like green around the edges. Oh yeah, let's see how that goes down with my little huddle, my little harem of female stalkers. There's a couple of men in there as well, but you know, they're not going to get a look in, are they? But yeah, so I just thought, why have I got green teeth? And then I just went, I just thought, this is aging, this is it, these are the signs of decay. This is why old people have green teeth. Old people don't though, do they? But, you know, since leaving the womb, again, the inversions, white teeth, they must be green. So I thought it was just age and decay. And I asked a friend, Fat Tony, really exists. Used to live with Boy George. Weird calling him Boy George, it's not his name. Have you seen the video where he says Happy Christmas to his mum? I don't say, all right, boy. All right, boy. You all right, boy? Hey, boy. Anyway, Fat Tony has had everything done. And again. He's hilarious. He gets younger every time I see him, but in an old way. Lovely bloke. Oh, lovely bloke. While he was talking to me about my teeth, we got onto sex addiction. Maybe I should introduce this video. All right there? All right, my name's Chris Dangerfield and welcome to my channel. Usually I have something prepared. I've called this my repeat prescription. Before I was a 7K megastar, that I'm back to 7K after PooTube. Oh, ruthless. Oh, I cut them then. Took an axe to their digital universe. Bang, straight through it. Fortress, I doubt it. Not when I call them PooTube. They've stripped me of my subs countless times. So I've got to celebrate 7,000 a few times. But anyway, before I was a 7,000k megastar, I'm kind of like... I'm sort of like... Chris Dangerfield is to PewDiePie what Goebbels was to Hitler. It's that kind of thing. But a long time ago, I used to do an audio-only podcast called Dangerfield Sunday Prescription. And it would average around 108 downloads a week. And it's an hour long, fully improvised. I'm not saying that like it's something special. I'm too lazy and unable to edit or plan. But after 32 of those, that's nearly 30, average about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. So after 32 hours of gibber, I went, nah, I'm not. And my mate went, why don't you make videos? Oh, now look at me, on the crest of a wave. Anyway, so I promised myself I wouldn't work too hard. And I did. I overworked again. I worked fucking long hours and made videos and worked on my novel. I promised myself I'd edit it. The editor needs less words. I've got to start editing it. And every time I sit down to edit, I leave with more words, more writing, which you'd think was good, but it's not. It's not what I'm meant to be doing. So again, another inversion. I went into cut. I didn't. I pasted. I created, but it's not creative. You can see why I promised myself. So I promised myself I wouldn't work too hard, and I did. Then it got to Friday, and I thought, right, just have a fucking rest, man. Have a rest. I had a gin in the bath, trademark. Invented that. Few people know that. I invented drinking tea in the shower as well. That's become quite popular in some regions of France, apparently. I don't know. These things get back to me. It's not something I've been out scouting for. My vape's been leaking all day. That's why I'm taking a tissue to it. And then, oh man, and then I promised myself I wouldn't go out, and I went out, and I went out late. I went out about 9:30, because that gin in the bath, you just end up drinking a bath load of gin, and struggled to get out of the bath. And then I went down to this little members club I go to, which is closed for repairs, but now it's about 10 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, what you mean, eh? Because I'd paced myself to be having a nice slow drink till about 3 a.m. But now it was an hour from closing time, so I just went to the French house and went, give me 10 Bloody Marys, please. Dish. And this girl, she just went, what brings you here? And I didn't want to talk to her at all. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Maybe the bar staff, because I know them, but they understand, they can tell, they know when you're just going, oh, green teeth. They know, they can tell. They're good at that. That's what they're paid for. They're not paid just to pull drinks. Oh no. And I said, oh, I'm not very good at all this stuff, really. Just that's it. I just said that. Honest. People don't like that in public. I went, I'm not really good at all this stuff, so I'm just gonna just drink. She went, well, you're doing all right to me. I went, all right, then I'll rephrase it. I don't want to be very good at this. Which I thought was quite funny. And then she said, would you talk to me if I was hot? And I said, yeah, well, yeah, of course. And she gave me a look, as it was like she sort of, and she acted like a medium for feminism globally. She gave me this look as if to go, you're shit. She went, and I went, well, I'm only being honest. Would you rather me be dishonest? I said, because they're your two options. Or you'd be hotter, I think I said. So what one is it? You want me to be dishonest? You're upset because I was honest, or you're upset because you're not hotter. But neither nor, make me the bad guy here. Seeing as I've already said I don't want to, I've already made it clear I don't want to engage with you. And now you're telling me off because I don't fancy you. And then she sort of gave me that look, and I get it, and I've seen other people, she sort of gave me that look as if to go, you're an interesting bloke. Which is the last thing every time. If I want the street cleaned, make a fucking video. There it goes. There'll be a few more of them. Tarmac like a mirror out there. It's actually Tarmacadam. So anyway, that went on for fucking ages. And the cool thing was, there wasn't enough Worcester sauce in my Bloody Mary. It's nice where I go. They put about 20 different ingredients in it. And I went, Cedric, my friend, I said, there's not enough Worcester sauce. He looked at me and went, oh, not enough Worcester sauce. Got out another glass, put some Worcester sauce in that, took my glass, poured my glass in the other glass with Worcester sauce, underarm. Can you see that? Underarm optic. Underarm fibre optics. Dug, 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 dug. 2 extra shots of vodka. I hope the landlady's not watching. Straight back on the counter. Other one. He went, try it now. Downed it. I went, yeah, I could do with another one like that. Sweet. Down, bam. Oh, lovely. She's watching all of it. She thinks she's in a movie now. Turned out that her whole crew were all liabilities. None of them seemed to know each other. They were all like, they'd all met up that night. They were all part of other groups, and the other groups kind of naturally expelled them from the hardcore friendships and all the sort of langers. We used to call them langers at Glastonbury because they're langing on. And you get Glastonbury's classic for it. You'll be like a group of 5 of you, best mates, you grew up together. And you'll bump into someone called Martin or Keith. And they'll just be there and they'll be like, where are you lot from? And you're thinking, well, hang on, I've been here before. And you'll just, then they'll just start talking, and then before you know it, he's part of your gang, Martin. And he's like, making request. Oh, go on, clean the street. Making requests that only a friend should make. I remember one langer. We'd been up all night, done about 20 E's a piece, me and my mate Neil. And it was about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we were just sort of walking around Soho. He jangled. No way did this bloke out the blue go, he went, Neil, can I borrow your jumper? Can I borrow your jumper? Fair play to Neil, though. Without a thought, he went, shops will be open in about an hour. Ecstasy, the love drug. Have 20 of them, someone gets a bit cold, shops will be opening. Anyway, so promised myself I wouldn't make a video, and here I am. Video making hardly counts. I should stop calling myself a video maker. I'm a recorder. I record things. I shouldn't have made a recording, and I have. It's gone midnight. It's Monday now. What I should do is go to sleep, and I won't. I won't go to bed till about 5, 6 o'clock this morning. I never do. I said it like I was well hard. Oh no, I'll be up well late. Oh yeah, I'll stay up late. Don't even tell my mum. Anyway, so they were the podcasts, the 108 heavy a week podcasts were called Dangerfield's Sunday Prescription. So that's why this is entitled Dangerfield's Repeat Prescription. It was important for me to give you all that information. I think we got somewhere. I certainly think we are moving. Are you glad you stayed up? So, a Turkish man, 2 Syrians and a Lebanese man walk into a bar. I'm in that bar. It was in Thailand. The Turkish bloke ran the hotel. The Lebanese blokes ran a restaurant. And the Syrian, fuck knows, couldn't find somewhere to stay. I said to them all, we had dinner frequently. A lot of nights we shared dinner together. We ate together. And I asked them why they were in Thailand. They all lived there. I said, why are you in Thailand? You know, with their families. And they all said to get away from Muslims, and laughed. And I said, you're not even joking, are you? They went, no, man. They said they're crazy. I asked them whose fault. Who's to blame? What historical situations led to the Middle East? And their answer was much the same. They said it's Islam is mental. Now that's not to say there aren't other factors, but that's where they firmly put the blame. It's bullshit ideas, Islam. It really is a shitty load of ideas. You know, there's a lot of problems now in Thailand with Islam. Weirdly, I mean, wherever it goes, it takes great things. I've seen Buddhists in Thailand. When I went there first time over a decade ago, it was quite normal. Early in the morning, 6, 7 in the morning, you'll see a couple of Buddhists, you know, barefoot, orange robes, and they'd just collect food, and, you know, people would give them little, you know, apples, or never an apple. I don't think I've ever even seen an apple in Thailand, but, you know, bits of fruit and melon, pineapple, or bottled water. You know, they'd give the Buddhist things, and they'd have these bags, and they'd slowly fill it up. Over my time there, that changed to money. They weren't so up for a slice of watermelon, and they would be after change. Like, you know, they realised that a lot of tourists, when they left Thailand, they had, you know, bags full of change. It's quite funny. You get in shops, sometimes you'll get your change, and it'll be a lot of coins sellotaped up to make 10. You know, the currency is flattened out so badly. Literally, they've got this new coin. It's just sellotaped up, and sometimes they'll like give you 3 of those. And, you know, people just leave them in their hotels. So what they do, the Buddhists, they scope out people early, because people tend to be leaving early, or travelling off to get another flight somewhere. And so they'll see the rucksacks all sitting around on their backs, get on them, and they'll just ask for their change. Over the last couple of years, I've seen them with armed guards. Yes, Buddhists collecting sellotaped up money with men with automatic weapons to protect them from the religion of peace. That's a change in culture. That's changed the culture a bit, hasn't it? I know as you know, I know a lot of the sex workers out there, and a lot of them have spoken about the brothers, fathers, cousins, men who've died fighting in the south. There's land battles between Muslims and Thais, and Muslim Thais, and Muslims and Muslims. I mean, this is the thing about Muslims. Not only when you import Muslims do you import a culture which is questionably not going to integrate well with any other culture. It's not questionably like that. It's answerably like that. It doesn't want to. Read the books. You know, not critiques. Read the Quran. Just it's there. It's there for you to look at. You know, like Sam Harris said, and I'm paraphrasing, Jesus was just a hippie who got crucified. Muhammad was a barbaric warlord who spread his religion with the sword. There is a difference. I wonder what's going to happen to Europe. Because you're not allowed to say what I just said. People don't want to hear that. They you know, open borders, let them all in, let everyone in. And I just want to say, hang on a minute, these people that you're bringing in have got really, really bad ideas. Not all of them, but a large percentage of them. A large percentage of them. And you know, what has Islam contributed to culture wherever it's gone? Oh, that's a serious question. And you've got to ask yourself, really, what is the response going to be? Because there will be one. There already is one. People have already responded. What do you think Brexit was? Brexit. Funny thing, I had an amazing argument. Not even an argument, just about Brexit. It's funny. You get these people always talking about conservatives, they're always talking about the right, and it's always about money with the right. Oh, you're always thinking about money, and then the minute Brexit comes up, they're worried about money. It's like, well, you know, this is going to cost me. This is going to cost me. It's all money with you lot. You know, that was a show of strength. That was a show of unhappiness, a show of a reluctance for things to continue in this way. So was Trump. Trump will get a second term. I reckon you're looking at another, you know, that's going to be in 8 years. You know, all this, everyone who voted for him's a racist. They're all voting for him again. They're not going to have that. And then so are loads more. People who didn't bother voting, but now that they were pro-Trump more than they were Hillary. Oh, I'm not going to stand again. Thank fuck for that. Bye, Clinton. they're also going to now vote because they've been called racist. They've been called Nazis. I was thinking about this. The Nazi is just insane. I mean, you haven't heard so much about the fucking Russian hackers since the Nazi invasion. God, they've got it hard in America. But there is forming a new nationalism, you know. People don't want people with shit ideas coming into their country. I'm talking to those people, the Lebanons, the Lebanese and the Syrians and the Turk. The Turkish bloke on his own website, it says no Arabs. And I said to him, he's an Arab, or he's a Turk. He speaks Arabic. He's a Muslim. I said, why did you put that? He said, well, it means no Muslims, really. And I'm just laughing. And I went, yeah, but the question remains why. He said, because they're just a pain in the ass. He said, they treat women so badly. It's always problems. We always have problems with them around women. They bring prostitutes, sex workers back, and they have sex with them, and then they physically throw them out of their rooms and all sorts. He says, I just don't want them here. He said they cause trouble with the other. It's on his thing. While he's telling his story, the rest of them are cracking up. You know, I've got a friend, a very good friend. I met him in a tailor's years ago, and he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim as much as I am a Christian, you know, which isn't a lot. Says it, I think. It's written down somewhere, but I don't pray. I go to the odd wedding. I go to a considerably more frequent amount of funerals. And he said to me, he just said, they're fucking bonkers. He had his parents, his mother caught him smoking out of his window. He's got 2 young kids, a boy and a girl, like 7 and 9. And he was having a fag out the window. For American viewers, he was not having a homosexual out of the window. Smoking a cigarette out the window, just a snide one. And his mother saw him. Next thing you know, his mum and dad, like the geezer's fucking 40 years old. The mum and dad, the mother's gone. They split up a long time ago. But his mum and dad, the children's grandparents, are in the house. They're packing bags. He went, "What are you doing?" He went, We're not having you looking after our grandson while you're smoking." And he went, "And what about my granddaughter?" And they were like, "How dare you take drugs around our grandson?" And he went, and the granddaughter?" And they were only packing the grandson's stuff. Weren't interested in her. The younger of the 2 as well. Of course, he didn't let him take them. He took the bag straight back off and sent them packing, told them to ring the police. They thought he was smoking drugs. I mean, he was. Nicotine is a drug, of course. But he wasn't on the Sensimilia, that's for sure, man. Poland, they're not having it. They said, we'll take any EU refugees. We're not taking Muslims. We're not having it. So did Hungary. So did Czechoslovakia. They won't be the last. They will not be the last to do it. And people will take to the streets. That will be it's going to happen. I mean, Germany's in such a mess. Sweden's in such a mess. England. This country's at threat. They're building a mosque in Birmingham with the old... Oh, no. They'll call to prayer's going to be playing out. They reckon that you can hear that for 15 miles, 4 times a day. I wonder what the breaking point will be in this country and how it will manifest. Brexit was part of it, without a doubt. You know, it's like Facebook. Facebook's cunt. It's cunt. It's interesting for me. When I want news and an opinion, my Twitter's interesting. My comments on my videos are interesting. When I want to see what the general non-skeptical CNN spoon-fed idiot thinks, my Facebook is fantastic. You know, these are agenda repeating narrative puppets. And a geezer the other day on there. I knew that this was going to happen, and I tried to screenshot the whole thing to make a video about it. His opening gambit, his opening post was excuse me. the reason I brought up Facebook is because all day long I get inbox messages, literally all day long, you know, well, not all day long, literally, but throughout the day. I really like what you said here. Well, I'm glad you say that. I can't say this in public because of A or B. I can't say this in public because of work. I can't say this in public because of friends. I can't say this in public because of family. I cannot say this in public. I can't say what I think in public. And they're not outlandish things. They're things like, I'm concerned about the future of my country because of mass uncontrolled immigration. Can't say that. People feel they can't say that. And I know why. I get called Nazi all the time. Nazi. National Socialist. But this geezer the other day, he's put this thread up, and it's the thing was, again, this isn't verbatim. I won't tell you his name. He said, I'm doing a podcast about slavery in the USA. It would be bloody lovely to have some non-whites. It would be bloody lovely to have some non-whites involved. Now he means blacks. Of course he means blacks. But whereas he feels he can say whites, like everyone does. Everyone says whites and white people. But he didn't want to say blacks. Oh, God, fucking hell. Imagine, I'm doing a podcast about slavery in the USA. Any blacks want to take part? I'd write that if I wanted blacks to take part. But I knew not a chance. Non-whites he went for. So I've gone in and I said, I've got some of this screenshot. The thing is, the post went up for a podcast he's doing. I wouldn't be surprised if some of my comments get a mention in the podcast. Although he did delete the entire post. The whole thing's gone. I got my spies out. Because he unfriended me at the end. Because I dared question him. After he was so rude, as they always do. Called me a cunt, told me to fuck off. Not once did I in any way attack him. But so he's doing a podcast, so I will hopefully get to listen to that, and maybe I'll make a video about that. Any non-whites? It'd be bloody lovely if some non-whites could take part. So I said to him, I said, what, like Japanese? I said, I've got a Tibetan friend. He's got a PhD in that area, but when I tell him that you are asking for non-whites, he's going to want to know why. And he was, and he just went, yeah, why do you do this? Why do you attack me? and then some of the comments were brilliant. I've got some of them. If I had I thought I'd screen printed them all, and I'd have made a really interesting video to see how this conversation developed. But I missed a few key phrases, a few key posts. And it just doesn't make sense on its own, without them. But someone said, and this is exactly what they said, systemic, heard that before, systemic racism is intrinsic to American culture. And I said, give me one example. Because I wanted to know it. I wanted to hear one. If it's intrinsic, because when I hear systemic, I hear bullshit. I hear nothing. Institutionalized, systemic. That's not a big ask, is it? Oh, I see. Oh, systemic, to say that, like that, systemic racism is intrinsic to American culture. Oh, can you give me one example? I waited. I think there's some really funny quotes in between. Like one person said in response to the original post, "Hey, so and so, you know people," meaning, hey, you know black people. You know people. Amazing. And then someone else who jumped in went, Google it. I went, well, I have, I've been here before and I can't find it, but you seem quite sure. So can you just give me one example of this systemic racism that's intrinsic to American culture? And then it was like, I'm not going to waste my time educating you. And I was like, well, you're wasting your time arguing with me, so you might as well just give me some facts and maybe change my mind. And then, to and fro. Then I tried to put my last post. You can't post this. I was like, hey, what's going on here? Unfriended, gone. And then the entire post wiped from history. Now, do you think that someone would have wiped that post from history because I looked bad or because they looked bad? I wonder who come across well in that. It's incredible, man, the state of things. Nazism. You know, people think it's a real threat. Nazis. It's fucking mind-boggling. And then the real threats that actually do exist, you're not allowed to talk about them. You might be phobic. What a time we live in. Current year. And on top of all that, I got fucking green teeth. I'm gonna get them whitened. I'm gonna get my teeth whitened. Ever had your teeth whitened? Oh, I had it when I first got clean. They were like this. Honestly, I looked like this. It's not the greatest impression of how I looked, but they weren't good. And they sort of they got this thing like that, and they go like that. And of course, that's when they choose to talk to you. They know you can't answer back. Oh, they can say anything then. She just calls me a Nazi. Oh, white. You're having your teeth whitened. You're not having them blackened, are you? Oh, no, no, no. But they go like that. And then there's this UV and they paint some kind of bleach on it. And you sit like that for ages and then you get terrified. She comes over occasionally, sort of scratches them. I mean, you and I know that I don't have a problem with needles. I can do it myself all day long. Well, again, not all day long, but it's no problem. I can jab needles. You know, I've done some hideous things. But if I give blood, I'll faint. If someone else does it, I'm out cold. I can't handle it. It's a control thing. Once you break that seal, you know, once you break the skin, that bit between me and the interior and the exterior, the inside and the outside, the self and others, as soon as you threaten that, my body goes into action. Oh, yeah. Well, I say action, I faint. But she scratches it and she goes, is that sensitive? Oh my God, imagine if it was. Shit, hey! And then for like 2 days, you're not allowed, on the little slip they give you, and I've had this confirmed from other people, it says, you know, don't eat or drink anything that might stain your teeth for like 48 hours. And it says, a good rule of thumb is don't eat anything that would stain a white t-shirt. You know, pasta and porridge. Raw pasta and porridge. Popcorn, my old favourite. Get some popcorn in there. Maybe I'll video having my teeth whitened. Oh, that'll make a great video. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Jesus Christ. What am I talking about? So this week I'm going to rest. I'm going to pop a video up on my Patreon this week. I've done another guest video. You know the guest video I done on the Offensives channel. I got more dislikes on that one video than all my videos on this channel put together. They didn't like it. Well, that's not true, actually. I got a load of new subs and I got more upvotes, but I did get more dislikes for that one video, the one about being raped. You weren't raped well enough. I don't want to hear about your rape. Yeah. But I made another video for someone else, and I think I'm gonna see if I can work out the technology and give it to my Patreons a few days before he publishes it as a thank you, and let the rest of you know that the Patreons got that content. Oh, it's a fucking good video as well. I'm really proud of it. I'm happy about it. It's called My Sexy Childhood. Oh yeah, now you're tempted. And you know, I want to stoke the flames for my trip to Thailand, my emigration to Thailand. Wouldn't it be amazing? Honestly, I'd just move around Southeast Asia making videos. That's the plan now. Get that novel out. The novel is dragging just because I'm writing more, not because I'm not doing the work. I'm just doing more work, which I suppose is what you want to hear. I don't know. I'm going to try and go to Thailand over Christmas, but that means renting my house. It means renting my flat. Last time I done it, I rented my flat. It was on Airbnb, and he tried to rob me, and I was in Thailand withdrawing, having to deal with this bloke going, I'm not paying the full amount. Airbnb said that I can stay for half of the amount. I was just out there going, I fucking need this, like a hole in the head. And so I just I talked to Airbnb and said to them that I was having hospital treatment, and this was really, really quite unbearable for me that it's got to this. And if my flat was so bad, why would he be prepared to stay there for another 6 weeks? Oh yeah, they just told him to go, and I got all the money. And I said to him, how do I pay you your money back? They said, well, we don't have the facility for you to pay us the money. Next time you rent out your flat, we'll take it out of that. And I was like, oh right. So I left Airbnb that hour. All right, bye. What? So that would mean that if I stayed with him and rented my flat out this time, I'd make no money out of it because I was paying them back. Whereas if I left Airbnb, I'd never have to go, come on. I don't think they'll miss it though. They're raking in billions, aren't they? Old Airbnb. The city wreckers of the new generation. the pro-transient, nomadic creators. But yeah, so I'm going to hopefully rent the pad out to a friend. That's the plan. I mean, there's nothing here. There's nothing here for them to wreck. I don't own anything. I've got a computer, 5 suits, some pants, and a couple of jumpers. Oh, and a guitar. I don't own anything else. Oh, I'm a fold-up bike. Oh, suddenly this is looking like a risk. I don't know if I want to rent this place out. But if I don't rent the place out, I don't really get to go. You know, I can't magic up that money. I might sell my bed. Fuck it, I'm selling my bed. I forgot to do the bit where I have me subscribe. Oh no, subscribe. Patreon. Or another video. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm wasting time. I should be selling my bed.
Promiscuous, come and have sex with my vagina. Oh.